Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Girls and Gays. Let's talk. And today we have two Marissas here. We have Marissa,
Marissa Square,
and one with two S's.
Oh my gosh,
The cousins. I haven't seen you in a while now.
I know. Last time I saw you was
was for
physically
book club.
like literally in maybe April.
Yeah. Dang.
It's been a really long time.
That's when I
I've seen you
started this
virtually.
too.
Really?
That's when I started. Yeah, the podcast was in April.
Nice.
Yeah.
How time
That's
flies.
crazy.
Oh my goodness. And we're already in October.
I know.
But
Time flies.
I'm excited for today's episode because we're talking about the 7 husbands of Evelyn Hugo. And it's been out for years, but just to be nice, spoiler alerts ahead.
Yeah. But it is what it is.
Absolutely.
I don't feel bad. Like I told you, I don't feel bad for people that a book has been out for a long time and you spoil it for them.
No,
I'm
no.
You've had time to read it.
Okay, Where the Red Fern Grows, that was ruined for me.
Why?
Because I was reading it. I was like, oh my God, it's so good. And then they're like, oh yeah, well, spoiler alert for the book. They're like, did you get to the part where the dogs died? And I was like, what?
Oh my god.
That's
What?
fucked up. Like, no, I don't do that.
Yeah, the book was out for
God.
years, probably decades.
How I do it, I say, what part are you in? And then I say, like, okay, but then when you tell me, I'm like, okay, so you saw all this part. And they're like, yeah. You're like, okay, so that's where you are. And that's how I keep track of where
No, that
somebody is.
motherfucker, he
I don't say,
ruined
like,
it.
have you gotten to this part yet? I
You
say,
just jumped the gun.
I
Yeah,
know.
you
I was
jumped
so
the gun.
mad.
Like, you got to where the dogs die. First off, that's a crazy like jumping off point. If you find out that you're reading
the
same
end.
book.
That's
Yes,
what you
the very
say.
end.
Place.
Like, I'm at the beginning, bitch, and you tell me the ending.
Exactly.
Right? Why don't you just spoil the opener for me? You know?
Yeah.
Honestly, yeah.
Yeah, no.
Just read to me what's written on the back of the book, you know? Like don't tell me that the dog dies. Oh my gosh, that's wild. I'm so sorry that that happened.
Yeah,
It's okay.
that sucks.
You're like every single day.
And may they burn in hell, whoever did that.
Yes. He was very religious. I don't think he will be.
I don't
Oh my
know.
gosh.
The religious people these days are definitely
When did
burning.
y'all read the book?
So I listened to the book. I didn't physically read it. And I
Same.
felt like I was just like somebody was just giving tea behind the celebrity world. And it was like blind items and
Yeah,
everything.
I enjoyed listening to it too.
Oh, you listened to it?
I read some of it and then listened to it. I go back and forth.
Okay. Okay.
When
that
did
makes
you read it
sense.
then, George?
Right after Marissa told me, "Hey, we're going to talk about it in the podcast," and I
Okay,
was
so
like,
we're all recent listeners.
Yes.
And it's just funny. I had no idea what this book was about. I hadn't even done any research on it. I'm just like, okay, we're doing this. Let's talk about anything. I'm down. Let's
I thought
be
it was a true
part of this book.
crime. I thought it was a true crime. I thought that she was gonna
Kill everyone.
I thought she was gonna be murdering all of her husbands.
I thought it was just going to talk about her 7 husbands, honestly. And
Yeah,
just,
like how each one was like. Instead, like interesting stories about each one.
Yeah.
because we knew that one was gonna be abusive because they did say about the beating early on.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like, okay, this is gonna be an interesting story, and I was getting into it, and then they brought up the true love of her life.
Oh,
And I was
yeah.
like-
Also, I just want to say
Come on.
that, like, okay, so again, spoilers. So at the beginning of the book, when the girl who's writing it for her, she's like, "Who was the love of your life?" As soon as she was like, "Oh, we'll get there," I was like, "Oh, it's none of the 7 husbands."
Yes,
I thought
It's none
at
of
that
the 7
point,
husbands.
I knew it was gonna be like, okay, this is the spin, this is the extra.
And then I was like, "Oh, it's gonna be her daughter. It's gonna be the daughter's gonna be the love of her life."
I thought it was going to be, is her name Monique? The one who was doing the story?
I think so.
Yeah.
That was her
Okay.
name or something like that.
I thought it was going to be her dad. That's what I thought. And I was like, come on. Like,
She
why?
added more drama than needed to be.
Yes, I thought that the reason why she picked her was because she felt bad for having an affair with the dad. That's what I thought was
That
going to
would be
happen.
crazy. Wouldn't it be even crazier if she was her mom?
That's literally what I was
Yes,
telling George.
she
I was
texted
like,
me
what
that,
if
but
she
like,
burned
no,
her?
she knows her mom. They're close.
No, but
They're all black.
People
It
can be
does not
adopted.
fit.
People can be adopted.
I was like,
Sure.
what if she birthed her And then she gave her up for adoption. And the dad's like, no, you're not going to do that. I'm going to take it and I'm going to go find a wife that's going to raise her. Because Monique was half black, half white.
No, she was full black.
No, she was half.
Her mom was white.
Yes.
I know the dad was.
I don't remember the description of her parents. I just know that she was half.
Yeah.
I can't remember if it was her
I know
mom
the dad's
or her
100%
dad.
black. They even say it at the end.
Yeah.
But she was half. She was mixed.
Okay, so I guess her mom was white.
Yeah.
I did not pay attention.
Which
I thought they were both
aligns
black.
with it aligns with the idea that Evelyn could have been her mom.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does kind of align.
Well, I was just reaching. I basically almost sprained my back doing it.
He said my knees were hurting from jumping to conclusions.
So, who was everybody's favorite husband?
Oh,
They
come
gave
on.
one.
That's not even come on. What's his name? Henry?
Henry,
Right?
yes.
Henry, come on. That's not even a real question. I want to know who is y'all's least favorite?
The beater.
Oh my
I don't
gosh.
think the beater is my least favorite.
Here's the thing.
Really?
I think that her first husband and then her abusive husband, they take they're like head and head. They're neck and neck.
I don't think the first husband, I don't blame him for what happened because
I do blame
she
him
was
because-
using him
But
and
he
he
knew-
was using her. They're both
Yes,
using
but
each
also
other.
But
And he
was
did let her get
underage.
free as soon as he wanted to. He did
But
not
he-
trap her.
Probably because she was out of his age range that he liked.
I don't know, but
I
'Cause
think
they got
that
married-
he was a predator.
Mm-hmm.
He knew that she was underage and he did not care.
Mhm.
yes,
And
but at
so
the
that's
same
why I'm
time,
like, he's a creep.
she
And,
she
like,
went after him.
Oh no, George! No,
They both went after each other
you-
because she wanted to
No.
escape. She wanted to leave her home.
But that's not like
cancel
going
worthy.
after him.
She was still a minor.
She was,
I
but
don't
she
know.
didn't
But
tell him he
at
was.
the end of, he knew. Like,
But because of the age difference and because he knew that she was underage, I feel like that created a power dynamic that was
Amen,
like
yeah.
off.
Did they ever confirm he knew though? She said
She-
she made it sound like he might have known, but didn't say for
but
sure he
didn't
did or
push
not.
on it because
But
he
didn't push
didn't
on it.
want to
He didn't
like
wanna know.
confirm. Yeah, but he
Mhm.
knew. Like, you know, he
Yeah,
knew.
yes, he knew.
If
But it
you
was never
don't ask
confirmed.
if you don't ask because you already know, come on. Come
Mm.
on. So I don't like that he had those intentions. And then the husband who was abusive, he was, I will say, I think that if it wasn't that she was underage and he knew about it and he didn't care, and then he kind of was trying to like keep her from like moving forward, and if she hadn't divorced him, I think that he probably would have gotten to a different point with her. And so I think she got out as soon as she could. But the husband, so the inappropriate origins of the first one,
Mhm.
where he was like trying to control her in a way,
Mhm.
like that one, that's where he's like at second. But then the abusive husband was number one. And then I also think that the whole conversation of them being in that movie together later, and then having the sex scene in that movie.
Yeah,
I personally feel like he was gunning for that. And
it
I think
wasn't
that's
him
gross.
though. It was the
the
director.
director. I don't know. I feel like he might. Here's the thing. It's not real, right? It's not a
Yes.
true story, right?
It's not a true story.
No, it's not.
I was going to say, so we'll never really know his intentions, but I feel like if I was that ex-husband, not saying that I have ever been like that ever, but if I was in his position and he had the opportunity to have a sex scene with the woman who left him, who he was like beating and like straight up abusing,
Mhm.
yeah, I would champion for a chance to have a sex scene with her. Because I'm sure he wanted it to it's all about that power dynamic,
Well, he needed it because he was irrelevant.
Yeah.
He lost all
That's
of
another
his.
thing, like using her
He lost all
just
of
to
his
get
fame.
relevancy. Mind you, that's what she was doing with everybody. So like,
Yeah.
Exactly.
there's like, it's very,
She used everybody in
Complicated.
every part of the
And
story.
she did not feel bad about it whatsoever.
No,
and
she
she made
didn't.
sure to
single
confirm that.
Yes.
Not a single time. Yeah. So that's where I'm like, I don't like how they treated her, but then I have to remember, like, I don't like how she necessarily, like, the reasons behind what she was doing. But then, what was her name? The love of her life?
Celia?
Celia. I don't know why I was about to say Sally. Celia, the Celia of it all, you know? The Celia of it all.
I feel like it was a little dramatic because I was under the impression that I am 100% on Evelyn's side whenever she's like, you knew that I was going to go and be intimate with him. Like,
yeah, she did know. She didn't know the intensity.
About the Vegas husband.
Yes, the Vegas husband, the 24-hour husband.
Yeah.
So I'm like, why are you upset? Like, I thought it was from what she explained to me, because that was the only way that she was going to be able to get married to him, to go ahead and twist the narrative that was being spun about her being in a lesbian relationship.
Yeah, because they were trying to hide everything.
Yeah, because I guess back then it was illegal and they were afraid of getting taken to jail.
It wasn't that it was illegal there. I think it was more like you would get canceled.
Well, she had said
like
that the police were going to come after them.
Yeah, she was worried
they
for
could
their
take
safety.
they could take the daughter. That's what they had said.
Well,
at
the
that
daughter
point, she had the
wasn't
daughter
around.
already. She was already around at that point.
During the Vegas husband?
Yeah, during the Vegas. Or is this later on?
This is later on.
No, this was before.
Okay.
This was before because she got the abortion, and then later when she got pregnant, it was with Henry on purpose.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So so the daughter wasn't there at the time, but it wasn't necessarily that it was illegal, like George was saying. It was more like it was so taboo that like you could lose your career. Nobody would want to work with you.
Well, they had mentioned the police arresting them.
Yeah, but it wasn't like it I don't think it was necessarily because it was like the aspect of it was illegal. I think it's just like bigoted, you know? Like I think it was just them being targeted. So being arrested for literally any reason. And back then, come on, it was really easy for police to just do whatever they wanted just because. There weren't as many like checks and balances, and even now with checks and balances,
I was saying, even now,
so like them worrying about like losing their home, and you know what? I think that it was that being a homosexual was considered a mental illness, so it wasn't they were going to get arrested. It was that they were going to be institutionalized.
Yeah,
okay,
that's what it was, I believe.
I want to say during that time in Norway, they had used that as like a reason not to go to work. And so
I'm gay.
I'm feeling gay today.
I'm feeling too gay today.
And they wouldn't go to work, and because it's sick leave, they had to pay them.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
that's how it became legal, and no longer became.
Oh my gosh.
A thing.
Yeah, I feel like Celia should have
been more understanding.
She was too emotional for the whole thing. She was too dramatic.
Very lesbian. Let's face it.
Very lesbian. I will say that before they insinuated that they were like into each other, before Evelyn heard the rumor about Celia potentially being with women, I feel like just their friendship in itself, I was like, oh, that's probably going to be the love of her life. She's probably gay. But then I was like, but where do the husbands come into play?
Yeah, I wanted to know, like, how does she still get more husbands?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
She's collecting them.
Having just about every single marriage of yours be like a sham is crazy, except I will say, I think the abusive husband and then the French director, I feel like those two were the only ones that weren't like bogus or like just straight up. Because like, I mean, her marriage to Henry, they were friends. They were best friends.
Yeah.
And oh my gosh, I loved them together. Just as like co-parents and like besties.
Yeah.
It was sad that when she cried at his grave.
Yeah.
That is, oh my God.
Also, did not expect all the curveballs with her daughter.
I know.
Oh my God. God.
That was wild.
Oh my
Jesus.
God. I mean, I can understand like the child of like a celebrity going crazy, but that's
Everything
crazy.
that she
That was
was doing.
wild.
Yeah.
She was wild.
Orgies.
As a teen, I know I was homeschooled, but I am 100% sure. I'm 100% sure that was not going on as
In most kids.
like that
Yeah.
in public school. There's no way.
I mean, people did it in the stairwells at my school.
Yeah, and actually, we did know some girls that like did do things like that at the parties.
Or
That's
under the bleachers at football games.
Yeah, we lived in the woods.
Jesus
so it was very-
Christ.
yeah, so it is very possible. I was not surprised, especially because of how like who her parents were.
It can't be that often. It can't be like a frequent. Never mind. I don't even want to.
I went to
Never
a
mind.
small
I'm
school
good.
and
I'm
wasn't
so good.
surprised.
I was my jaw on the floor.
The homeschool
On
girl
the
was
floor.
surprised.
I was-
Okay.
yeah,
Let's-
Hey, right.
Let's
Oh
fast
my
forward
God.
to the plot twist.
Oh, the
Whenever
Which one?
Monique found out why Evelyn wanted her to be there, she had told the story about Henry being in the car with somebody who was the person that he wanted Evelyn to marry so they can do the whole
Yeah.
basically be swingers behind, whatever.
behind closed doors.
And
they
then
can they hear they
find out it's
do each other's
Monique's-
beards.
Yes,
That's how you would,
yes.
that's how
And
it's-
go on
yeah.
double dates and actually be
Yeah.
publicly dating.
Yeah.
But whenever we found out that it was Monique's dad who Henry killed in the car accident, my jaw was on the floor. And Monique saying, "You deserve everything that you've gotten. You
Yes,
deserve to
I
not
was
have a family."
like,
I'm like, yes, bitch.
Surprised.
That was not the twist I was expecting at all.
Neither was I. I was
No,
in shock.
for real. Honestly, I forgot that like there was a point because I was like, okay, obviously there is some connection between Monique and Evelyn. Somewhere within the story, there's a connection. So I just got to keep my eyes peeled.
Yes.
And then at the beginning of the story, her mom is like, "Oh, like I don't think your dad had any like
Famous
any
friends."
connection or famous friends." And then I completely forgot that like her dad was a cameraman or like he was
Yeah.
on the production team.
Yeah.
And then I completely forgot that Henry was a director and he
Because-
literally was a producer. So I don't know why those two
There
things
was
never connected.
So much going on that it was hard to keep up.
Yeah.
Oh my
Like there
gosh.
was so many moving
Moving parts
pieces,
everywhere.
yeah.
I will say, I just personally, I think that if my dad worked with a producer who worked with someone as big as Evelyn Hugo or was married to Evelyn Hugo, I feel like we would know about that.
That didn't even cross my mind until now.
I feel like her mom saying, "Yeah, he didn't have any connections with Evelyn Hugo or any big star."
But
What?
then again, why would
What?
he want to raise a flag
Yeah,
with
he
somebody
wouldn't
that
have
he's
said
in a
anything.
relationship
Because
with?
because he wasn't okay.
Because the
it was
mom
a
did
work
say
relationship.
No, the mom did say he did not like meeting up with any celebrities. He wasn't into that. He was just there to
Yeah.
do his job.
But working with a producer who was married to a big celebrity, I feel like that would have been something. Would have been like, "Oh, well, your dad was on a production with someone who was married to Evelyn." I feel like that's a reasonable connection. Like, you know how they say that you're like, what is it, 6 degrees from like every single person on the planet?
I've never heard of that.
You've never heard of that?
No.
It's like, okay, so let's say before me and George met,
Mm-hmm.
I was 2 degrees away from him. So I knew you and you knew him.
Mm-hmm. I understand
Right?
the concept, but I've never.
Yeah. So it's like every single person is connected by at least 6 degrees, which means every person
I know Selena. I know
in this
somebody who knows
world
Selena Gomez.
knows someone who knows someone who knows someone who knows someone. And it can be traced back to you.
Okay.
So yeah, but I don't think like I can see the possibilities of him never telling the wife, just because he
The
wasn't in a
producer he
relationship.
worked with?
Yeah, because the fact that he wasn't in a relationship with him.
Yeah. Why raise a
Why
flag to
raise
that?
a flag? Yeah.
Because it's work.
And
That would
also,
be his boss.
Think about the time it was too. Like, just like it was hard for gay people, it was hard for black people.
Mm-hmm.
You're right.
Being gay and being a black gay
black
man
man,
is
it was not gonna
even
work.
worse back then.
So
But
he would
never
not have
really-
talked to any
he
of the
never actually
celebrities.
came out though.
Mm-mm.
Yeah,
So-
no. But he would not be
his-
the person that would be talking to celebrities. Because he
So
would
he
have been he would have been fired.
He was just talking. He was just with the producer. He wasn't like
Yeah.
going to all these parties because it was all secret. So that's why I'm like, if I went to work and I have a boss, and actually not if, every time I've had a job, I've gone home and I was like, oh yeah, so and so is my boss. I work under so and so. And then if you work in the entertainment industry, I feel like you would be like, oh yeah, I'm working for this producer. And it's a famous producer. I don't think it would raise that many flags to tell your wife who you worked for.
Yeah, but also it was years ago. Maybe she doesn't remember.
Maybe she didn't remember. I don't know. But I feel like you would remember who the last boss that your husband worked for before he died.
But we don't know if he worked with them. They were dating, but we don't know if they were working together.
You're right. So maybe she did forget. Or maybe her mom does know. And she just didn't want to say anything.
She didn't really seem to like
Nah,
have a
she-
concept.
No.
She was
Because when they
dumb.
talked about it later, then she was like, no, like he was a loving husband.
Yeah, and then she had
Yeah.
also made that comment about, yeah, we weren't really intimate, but I know that your dad loved me and that he loved you.
Yeah.
She had made that comment that like basically we're not soulmates. We were never soulmates, but
That's what made me think maybe she knew.
yeah. But maybe she
Yeah.
knows and doesn't want to be like, hey, your dad was gay.
Yeah. Which, let's face it, she didn't take the news very well.
You deserve every bad thing that's happening to you.
So here's the real question. If you got that letter that says, like, hey, your parent is gay, would you give it to your mom? If you were in
100% I
your-
would.
What?
I would
George
100%.
is crazy like that.
Why? Why would you do that to her?
Well, no, they're divorced.
Long divorced.
Okay, never mind. Then in that, okay, let's pretend in
She'd
this
be like, I
crazy
knew
world-
it.
Yeah. No,
Okay,
I would not. I would keep it to myself because there's things that I have found out about my dad since his passing that I have not shared with my mom.
Oh. There's
Yeah.
some juicy details there.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay, well then I guess you have personal experience where you would just like, no, I don't think so. Because I don't think every bit of information is like super important to
Yeah.
share. Like if it would
Yeah.
hurt her, or if it would like,
Mhm.
I feel like that's unnecessary. I feel like
Yeah.
if I got that kind of information, I don't know. Actually, I feel like if I knew that my mom could handle it, I would tell her, but if I didn't feel like she could handle it, then I would not.
My mom 100% would be gossiping with me if I told her.
That's funny. I
She
love
would be
it.
like,
Mind
what?
you,
How
if
did you
I-
find out?
If I was the parent, and then my child comes to me and hands me a letter that says your husband was gay, I would want to know.
Oh my
I would want to
God.
know. Like I would. I mean, I don't. My very first boyfriend, he once sat me down and he was like, Marissa, I have to tell you something. I said, are you gay? And he said, what? No. And then he came out later. He was gay.
You're like, you should have texted him, bitch. I knew
And I
it.
was like, I gave you an opening. Oh my gosh. But, no, I will
funny.
say every now and then I'll ask Matt and I'll be like, hey, you
Right.
gay? It's okay. It's okay if you are. You can be gay. I see how you look at your friends. It's okay.
Do you think he is?
And he's always like, no.
He's just
No,
like
I don't
fucking
think
with
he
him.
is.
I like fucking
Mind
with my
you,
husband.
yeah, I fuck with him way too much. And then
Me too.
what's it called? But sometimes he'll like make jokes about like, being gay with his friends because they're really close. So I'm like, I don't know. If you left me for anyone, I'm sure it would be this guy. I'm
Oh.
positive. It wouldn't be for another woman. I know who's taking my man, and I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. I know y'all will be happy. So, oh man.
I was surprised how the daughter died.
Yeah.
I did not see that one coming.
Wait, that she died, or
Yeah,
how
breast
she died?
cancer.
She got
I mean,
breast.
they said it at the beginning.
Yeah.
No, did
Yeah.
they?
Yeah.
Yeah, they did.
That's why
guess
she
I
was
forgot.
donating her 12.
I was like in shock. I'm like, she's dying. I did not know it was coming.
You're like, what else is this woman gonna go through?
Yes, I completely
that is
forgot.
one-
Quite literally, that was the setup.
That is one thing about audiobooks. I feel like I don't retain information as well as whenever I read.
I read it. Yeah,
So that's why
true.
I like to physically read. But I have been on an audiobook kick. If y'all see on my Instagram post, I just finished My Dark Vanessa. That was a wild ride.
What kind of book was
one.
that? Was that a thriller or was it romance? Oh my god, was it?
No.
Okay.
No.
It was
it
sex
spicy?
and nothing else.
No, I read a book like that. It was horrible. No, it was about this teacher who was grooming one of his students. And then from the age
that
of
sounds good.
15 all the way to 21. And then he ended up, are y'all going to read it?
Yeah.
Okay, never
That
mind
sounds
then.
interesting. I can
Yeah,
see.
and then he gave
Is that
her
on your Goodreads?
I don't know because I don't consider my audiobooks on my Goodreads.
I don't
do.
either.
That's just
What?
me. That's just me that's my personal choice.
I don't either.
I just
I'm
need
with
a place
her.
to,
I
like,
don't.
well, because I use the Libby app a lot, so I don't like keep copies of the audiobooks that I do.
Mhm.
So if I want to keep track of what I'm reading and like when I'm reading it, I use Goodreads, and I also use Storygraph because I don't know which one I like better. I heard that Storygraph, it's like the company itself is a little bit more ethical than Goodreads because Goodreads will like people will people pay like top dollar to advertise their books to you, and then they'll like boost the score of a book if someone pays enough, and then Storygraph does not accept any of that. So
Well-
you're not going to get like certain books like pushed to you, and like I don't know, that's just what I heard, so I wasn't sure which one I would like better.
Joke's on them because I don't take any recommendations from
I don't
them.
either.
You said you can tell me whatever you want, I am not going to listen.
Exactly.
I am not.
It was funny.
Oh my
So
gosh.
my lesbian friend, the one that I recommended this book to, I told her, you're going to like this. It has a lesbian love story. And so I told her, she told me I should read The Tenant.
The Tenant
Yeah.
by Frida
Oh, from
McFadden.
Frida
I have
McFadden?
it. I haven't read it yet.
I just got it yesterday.
I
It
am
arrived.
pretty sure it's on my shelf right now.
Oh my god, we should read it.
We definitely should.
She told me those twists and turns or something.
Honestly, Frida is so good at it, and people say like, "Oh, her writing's so bad." But you know what? That is the book that got me back into reading. Never Lie, not
Yes.
The Tenant. Never Lie is what got me back into reading because I was like, it was on my vision board to start reading more, and I was like, I just picked it up on a whim at Walmart, and I was like, okay, I mean, why not?
That's funny.
I literally put the book down and I just
good.
sat there, and I was like, what the fuck did I just read? What?
funny.
What?
I think everybody has a book though that like, started them reading.
Yeah, mine was Never Lie by Frida McFadden.
Mine was the Percy Jackson series.
Okay.
Which one did I do? I think the first one that like really got me back into reading was not Frida McFadden. That was the second book that kind of pushed it in. But no, actually no, it wasn't. It was like the third. But I picked up a book that's kind of sucked. It
What
sucked a
was
lot.
it? What was it?
Call them out.
It was called Long Live the Pumpkin Queen.
That sounds
And
like a
it's-
horrible book.
It's
It's not a good title.
The idea was cute. And then I found out that it is indeed canon now, but it's a book about Sally from Nightmare Before Christmas, and it's about
Oh my god, Marissa.
it's about like right after it's supposed to take place like right after the movie where Sally and Jack get married, and then they go on their honeymoon, and basically like this like thing gets loose, and the only person who's able to save not just Halloween Town but like every single holiday is Sally. And then you find out like things about her origin, and you find out like where she actually came from, and like how she was created and everything like that, and it's very interesting. It was just dumb.
My God.
And then Disney was like, this book is now canon, like this is officially in the lore. And I was like, damn it.
God.
Why?
That's
It was
funny.
it was just a fanfic that they got published.
Okay, so 50
Okay.
Shades of
Yeah.
Grey and Twilight.
Basically, yeah. And then the
That's
second
funny.
one was The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes.
Oh yeah. That
one, yeah. I
watched
wanted
the
to
movie,
finish
I
that
didn't
one.
read it.
I read the book right before, like a couple months before the movie came out, and then me, my mom, and my sister Bianca, y'all know literally both. Well, obviously Marissa does. George, you know both of those people. We all read it, and then we went to go see the movie, and it was like so fun, so fun, and I'm super excited for Sunrise on the Reaping. I'm a big
Oh
Hunger
my God,
Games fan.
yes.
Oh
I
my gosh.
love the Hunger Games.
Me too.
And here's the thing, this next movie is going to destroy you emotionally. And if it does anything less than that.
we all read the book.
Yeah, we did.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. See, this is why I need my story graph to remember. And then after I finished Songbirds and Snakes, that's when Marissa was like, you need to read this book. It's called Never Lie. You need to read it now. And then I read it and I was like, oh my God.
That's what I'm saying. Like everybody that I got to read it went on, like Jennifer, she went on to read like all of her books. And I'm like, bitch, you read fast. And the only
They are
reason
fast books. They
not
like
big.
pick up
They're
not
yeah.
crazy.
I feel like none of them are slow.
I did not like The Crash.
Okay, so I take back my last statement. So that one I felt like was pretty like slow.
Yeah,
And
because she also said it was more about the plot versus any kind of twist.
yeah.
And I was like, okay.
I think my least favorite part about The Crash, and we've talked about this at book club, was the fact of like, I personally, it's just so annoying when the main conflict comes from people just not like speaking to each other.
Mhm.
Like it could easily, like all of this could easily be resolved
Yeah.
if like you just said something, you
Mhm.
know? So like I feel like the creepy wife and her husband, he was not a bad guy at all. He was trying to help her. But it's just the situation. And so it pisses me off when I read those kinds of things because I'm like, if y'all just like literally, if you just said it, if you just communicated just even a little, you don't even have to trust this woman to communicate with her. Please, dear God, just do it. Just do it. Hey, don't get a broken leg. Don't give her a broken leg. Just communicate, you know? Like, sorry, spoilers. Did you read The Crash, George?
I have not read that one.
It's pass. I would pass.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, I don't think it's worth it.
So,
but Never Lie, really good.
Yeah.
If you haven't read it.
One of the books that got me back in a slum not long after I started picking up reading again was Stolen Tongues. The first half of that book, amazing. Like I was flipping the pages and I was reading it. Like I read half the book in like 2 days. And then it just became repetitive. And I'm like, oh my God, like this is like, I get it. You already said this. And then the ending, fucking horrible. The ending sucked. I have never been so pissed off at a book. It took me 4 months to finish the book because of how bad it was.
Wow.
I am
I've
somebody
had a
who
few
does
books like
not,
that.
I can't not finish a book. Like if I'm reading the book, I cannot finish. I cannot not finish a book.
Yeah.
And then afterwards, I texted Jennifer. I was like, are you effing kidding me right now? This is how the book ended. It was so...
For me, the book that took me forever to read like that was called The Glass Dagger. It was supposed to be like a Cinderella story.
Okay.
But Cinderella turned out to be an assassin.
Oh.
So I thought it was gonna be interesting as hell. No, I hated the whole thing. It reminded me a lot of like A Court of Thorns and Roses. It was like it was trying to be that, but also bring in the story of Cinderella, and so it was just not working.
Oh my God.
Oh
so
my
it was a
gosh.
copy of a copy that's a copy of a copy.
Yes.
Oh
my God. Mine was this book called Don't Believe Everything You Think. And it quite literally, I was reading it. I barely got halfway through. And I was like, this is the most repetitive book I've ever read in my life. Every single chapter is just a regurgitation of the last chapter. And then I told my mom about it. And she's like, oh, what's the name of it again? And I was like, Don't Believe Everything You Think. And she Googled it. And she's like, who is it by? And I was like, I think it's like Joseph Wen. And then she was like, okay, what does the cover look like? And I was like, it's like an outline of this like the side profile of someone's head with like a scrambled up little brain. And she was like, Marissa, I am currently looking at 4 books with the exact same title, with the exact same picture. And then I found out that this book was a regurgitation
Oh
of the
my
regurgitation of the
God.
regurgitation. There are so many. There are more than 8 books with the exact same name, all from different people. And then the guy who wrote this book has absolutely no background in mental health whatsoever.
Really?
It was
Wow.
just a cash grab. It was literally just a
Jesus.
cash grab. And then his website, because my mom, she went down this whole. If you ever need someone to research something for you,
Ask your mom.
call my mom. She is an amazing researcher.
She should be a
Oh my
librarian.
gosh. She should be doing a lot more than she is. And I always tell her, like, oh my gosh, mom, you could be doing so much. I was like, honestly, just become a researcher for like a YouTuber or something.
Mm.
It'll just be
That's
remote
true.
work. You literally just give them bullet points and then do all the research for them. Anyways, yeah, she was like, Marissa, there's like over 8 different books with the exact same thing. And then she looked at the guy's website and she was like, this looks like someone she said he probably wrote everything on his website regarding this book. And she was like, I do not believe any of the reviews that it says it has because none of them are actual like sources. It's just like in quotes. And she was like, it literally just looks like this guy wants to like make himself look super, super smart.
Hmm.
And so it was just the whole website was just talking about how great he was, and none of his there were zero like references to like any kind of experience or any kind of like what's the word I'm looking for? Like he had
Qualifications.
credentials, qualifications or credentials. He had none. And I was like, I am not going to finish this book because this is stupid. And quite literally, the entire book is like, oh, if you overthink, just don't.
Oh my
Don't overthink.
God.
Just don't overthink. And like, they're like, and then do things because you want to, not because you have to. And I'm like, not what?
That is horrible advice.
Yeah.
What if I was someone else? This might be quite literally such damaging information. You should not tell people this. This is crazy. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. I almost made a TikTok about how much I hated that book.
Damn, you should have.
Because then I saw someone on TikTok talking about how great the book was and how much it helped them. Quite literally, 3 minutes of them just regurgitating what they said. What that one line of, well, there are things that you need to do and there's things that you want to do. And so you should want to do the things that you do. You shouldn't need to do the things that you do. 3 minutes of that. Oh my God. Oh my God. I watched all 3 minutes too.
God. That's horrible. But you know
I
what?
shouldn't
What
have
would
finished
we
that
give a
video.
rating to the 7 husbands of Evelyn Hugo?
I love
Oh,
that.
take a picture. George,
Hold
lean
on.
in.
Oh, it's gonna get a shot.
There we go. Okay, perfect. 10 out of 10 would recommend 5 stars.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, 5 stars
like
for me.
it.
I
5
stopped reading
stars.
books. I stopped reading books for a while, but Esperanza Rising was so good that I broke out the rating again. I gave
Really?
it a 5 out of 5.
What was it called?
Esperanza
Esperanza
Rising.
Rising.
What is that about?
We
Oh
did a
my
whole
God.
podcast about it, girl.
Oh my gosh. Okay, that was the one with Sandra, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, I was on my way to work when y'all were talking about it, and so I only listened to the part of the podcast where y'all talked about the first book.
Okay.
And then I
Okay.
had to go to work. And then when I got back in the car and I started playing, it started a different episode.
Oh, damn.
I didn't complete it. So yeah, I don't know what's wrong with my Spotify. It keeps doing that. So
Yeah,
if
mine's
I
been messing up too.
Well,
yeah,
Spotify gives money to the ICE people, so
No, they promote ads or
they
something
promote
like
ads.
that.
Yeah,
But, well,
it's basically the same thing.
yeah.
You know, promoting ads, promoting ice. Oh my gosh.
does anybody have any closing statements about the 7 husbands of Evelyn Hugo?
If you haven't read it, please go do. Don't let us spoil it for you. Read it for yourself.
Yeah,
It's
you kind of
incredible.
already
At the
spoiled
very
It's a
it.
good time.
Yeah.
After all the spoilers, go read it for yourself. It's a great time. It's a hoot and a half.
I would
Yeah, it was a
recommend.
good book.
Yeah. I would recommend listening to it so it sounds like somebody's giving you the tea about Hollywood.
Yeah. Yes.
Old Hollywood.
Yes.
Just forgive the girl that keeps keeps asking the same question at the beginning. She's like, why me? Why me? Like, just skip that and keep going.
Oh my gosh. I do want to shout out another cousin, Celeste, who I got encouraged to read it because of her Instagram story where she was reading it. So shout out to her, because without her, I probably would not have read it. So shout out Celeste.
So you read it because of Celeste. Then Marissa read it because of you.
No.
It was complete. So I saw that on Marissa's story that she had just finished it, and I was like, "Oh my god, I finished it last week!" And that's when it all.
That's when they all texted me.
Yes.
Like, time for you to read this book. But you got a week. Is what she told me.
Was it a week?
No, it was like 2 weeks.
Yeah, because I wasn't here for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like it was a really fast read too.
Yeah,
it
really
was a fun,
was.
fast read. So yeah.
I read it like in a day and a half.
Yeah. It was.
I don't doubt it. I did it in about like 3 days. Yeah.
I did it on my walk, so it took like a week.
Oh,
My bad. Hey, sorry. Whoops.
Because for me, it's like I got home, I read it, and then I was like on my way to work, I'll listen to it, and so that's why I finished it fast.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for joining us, Marissa. I enjoyed talking to you about the 7 husbands of Evelyn Hugo.
Thank you guys for having me. I had such a fun time.
And I'm sorry there wasn't any murders like you wanted there to be.
Yeah, it's okay. Maybe next time. Fingers
Maybe the
crossed.
next one. I'll find one with
kidding,
murders and I'll send it to you.
The 7 murders of Evelyn Hugo.
I just assume every book I read is a thriller. So when there's no murders, I'm like, man, I was anxious for nothing. I just read a romance and I thought it was a thriller, and then we got to the end and then I realized for sure there was no it was not a thriller, and I was like, this was so dumb. I thought the entire time. So anyways, I should probably read the categories of a book before I start it.
Maybe.
I'll start doing that. Maybe. I don't know.
But
it keeps things fresh when you're like, who's the killer?
Yeah. I like not knowing what was coming though.
Absolutely. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for having me. I had the time of my life.
Okay. Bye, everyone.
Bye. Have a good one. Bye.
That's it for today's episode of Girls and Gays Let's Talk. Thanks for hanging out with us.
If something we said hit home or made you laugh, cry, or text your toxic ex, you know what to do.
Leave us a review, share the episode with your favorite chaotic friend, and don't forget to follow us on socials for behind-the-scenes drama and messy opinions.
New episodes drop every Tuesday. Until then, stay loud, stay soft, and stay exactly who you are.
Bye.
Bye.